Hey guys, Chris here. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're in Cornwall, obviously, and we're at this lighthouse. Don't know what it's called, but we're going to go to a beach today called Portheras Beach. So Portheras Beach is a really local beach, really. It's probably one of the last remaining local beaches in Cornwall, and it's quite hard to get to, and you need to walk down to there. I think it's about a 15-minute walk, so we're going to go try that out in a moment. Today's been a brilliant day because it's been raining today, and rain is good for photography because it allows clouds and diffusion and amazing light. So it's looking pretty grey on the horizon at the moment, so I'm not too happy about sunset, but I'm going to walk down there, see what we can find, try and get a shot. I mean, it's an amazing place anyway, so I can't wait to check it out. On a hot sunny day, the beach is white sand, like you're in Barbados or somewhere. So I don't know about today. Like I said, it's been raining all day today. It's probably going to rain, could rain any time now. But let's go see what we can see. We're down here now, the sun is setting rapidly in the background, and I really need to find a good composition. So we're going to head down to the beach now, see what we can find. I made it down to the beach, and my phone wasn't in my pocket. I keep it in my camera bag because the phones are massive nowadays and my pockets aren't big enough, so especially when hiking and walking. So I chucked it in my bag thinking that I didn't have long till sunset, but I actually have about half an hour. I've come down to the beach, I've set my camera up all ready for sunset. When I came down to the beach, there's this epic kind of waterfall down to the beach through rocks, and then there's an S-bend in the river. And this S-bend is a lovely composition. If you can get an S-bend in your images, whack it in there, get it in the shot. We've got some lovely clouds on the horizon. I don't think there's too much haze on the horizon as well at the moment, so it means that hopefully the light will refract up when the sun sets, and we get this lovely pink, orange, purple hue on the horizon, and yeah, it's going to be epic. Now my dog came with me, and he's with the wife at the moment, and I've sent them to the other end of the beach because the dog was ruining my composition. There's loads of dog paw prints in the sand, and one of the things that I do in post-production, one of the only things I really remove are prints in the sand. Somebody else ruined the shot for me as well, but hey, it's been a whole day and there's like only a dozen set of prints down here, so it's an amazing beach anyway. So I'll just be whipping them out in post-production, no big deal. Okay, so I have my camera set up behind me, and I have a Nikon D7000, which in my opinion is one of the best cameras that you can buy, if not the best beginner camera you can buy. and the reason why is because the D7000 has a lot of features that the D3000 series, these are Nikon, the D3000 Nikon series and the D5000 Nikon series don't have. And the main one, the biggest one, is that you can use any Nikon glass on this camera since the 1970s, because what it has built into it, which the others don't, is an internal focusing motor, which means you can use all the best glass that Nikon has in this camera without any problems at all. That's great for beginners, because if you're a beginner you can start off with, you know, the cheaper glass and, you know, muddle your way through it, and then if you want to use those lenses, if you want to get better, you can with the D7000 series camera. Now I have the D700, no, see, I have the D7000 camera, and it's about 300 quid second hand, and mine's lasted ages. The beautiful thing about this camera is that it's got amazing dynamic range, and for landscape photography that's really what you want. I don't really use filters on my landscape photos. I tend to shoot multiple exposures, 3 exposures, and I tend to blend them in Photoshop if it needs it, but a lot of the time I can pull back the highlights and the shadows so well with this camera. Seriously, if you're thinking about taking up photography, go and get this camera. Now I've teamed it up with this amazing lens which I absolutely love, which is my 11 to 20mm f2.8 Tokina lens. I picked this lens up from MPB. It was about 360 quid, quite a bit of money for what it is, but it really opens up and expands your whole range, and I really love it. I know that some other photographers are saying use longer focal lengths, which is fine. Fine when you're in mountainous areas, but when you're by the beach and you want to get the whole vista in and really go for it, then this lens is amazing, and it is so sharp. I mean, I absolutely love it. So I've set up my composition now. As you can see, the camera's behind me. The sun's dipping down. I've set up my camera on f11. I've got my camera on aperture priority at the moment, and I'm waiting for that to kind of give me a decent indication of where we are. Once I get down to around the second mark, I'll start taking photographs, and I'll flip it into manual mode as well, so I really nail the exposure. So the sun has unfortunately dipped behind a massive bank of cloud. This happens all the time in landscape photography. It's very rare you get a perfect sunset, but it was just amazing to come down to this beach. I did take a few test shots, and one of them looks pretty damn good. I think I can pull back some of the highlights in Photoshop and Lightroom, and if you want to see that, comment below and I can do another video on that. But all in all, this is an amazing beach. I definitely will be coming back here again. So that's me for now. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button. They're only going to get better moving on. And yeah, look forward to seeing you next time.